Namaste, Jai Shri Mataji. Good evening, everyone. My name's Nicholas. We might have met before. I don't know. So we'll do what I find very useful, and I usually do, which is just settle down for a few minutes before we start the video and the meditation to get ourselves kind of unwound from the day. So try and leave the day behind us and settle down for a few minutes of calming down, of pre-meditation meditation, which I find very useful because this gives us a chance, no pressure, no stress to get into that meditative state, but it gives us a chance to look inside ourselves and look at what our mind wants to draw attention to, knocking all the time saying, hey, look, listen to this, what about that? Worry about this, you didn't do that, you did do that, you must do. And we all know what our little voice inside says. So we can just sit for a few minutes. I put a little bit of music on, and then we'll get on with the evening. So just get ourselves comfortable, sitting up straight, and see if we can get our attention up on top of our head for a little bit. So let's see what we have to relax. Have we got tension in various parts of our body? Sometimes we're not aware of tension, especially tension in our face. We hold our forehead, or we hold our jaws, our neck and shoulders, and get stuck in position. So as usual, we just scan through our bodies, relaxing our torso, down the arms, right down the legs, making sure the feet are in good contact with the ground. Put a special attention on the Nabi chakra, on the emotional center, where a lot of tension can build up quickly or during the day. It really needs to learn how to relax. As usual, we just bring our attention, without doing anything else, just with our attention, move it up to the top of the head. Or if you like, we can go right down to the Muladhara with our attention. Slowly, whatever speed you like, go up through the chakras and let the Kundalini flow into our chakras, cleaning them, enlightening them, calming them, or waking them up, whatever they need. And right up through the torso, through the chest, through the neck, to the head, right up through the top of the Sahasrara. At the same time, we can check our breathing, which can be unconscious of sometimes. It's speed it up, or we need just to slow it down. Relaxing the nabi, relaxing this plexus, also slows down our breathing. We all know how, and probably everyone has it maybe their own individual way of not getting caught up with our thoughts and our emotions, which is really like sitting on the edge of a river and watching them go by. Not an easy thing to do. And remembering that we are not our thoughts. They come and go. And emotions come and go. And our conditionings come and go. So let's try and enjoy the feeling of being completely still. It's that phrase from the Bible, be still and know the I within. Which needs overcoming all the nudges and temptations to do something, to get up, sit down, change something, check on something. So let's get that, just a couple of really deep breaths now. It sends a very strong message to our whole system that we want to slow down. So let's now, still in this nice thoughtful state, raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan, please. So in a minute I'll start the video. The theme of the video is surrender. I had a real test of that today. I was out in the rain, which is coming horizontal. It was cold, it was very windy, my hat blew off, my shoes got very cold and wet, my clothes got wet, and I knew that I was not doing a very good job of surrendering to whatever I should surrender at that moment. So although that is our Islam, that is our aim, I also know it's a lovely word. And when we're feeling calm and everything's good, it's quite easy. But the things that I'm pushing against our comfort or our conditionings, our habits, it's a lot more difficult. Right. So just get the video up.
In Sahaja Yoga, we have never tried to overcome the desires by taking sannyasa or running away from the house or for all kinds of things that are being suggested. The first thing that is done is that you get the light of your spirit. Spirit is the reflection of Sadashiva. In that light, he shows. He's just showing the path. The spirit is just like a light which is burning and which is showing the path. In that path, you yourself become so wise that you walk in the light of wisdom, that you walk in the light of righteousness. Because whatever is destructive is seen through the light of your spirit. You start giving up all that is destructive. Nobody has to tell you that give up this, give up that. You yourself realize that this is wrong and we should give up. This was, I should say, my own understanding of human beings. Because these are the days where people are in complete illusions. They are in a conflict all the time, struggling even to exist. Under these circumstances, everything would have failed if we had started with taking a sannyasa and then going to Himalayas and all that. If you have to do this for the masses, something has to be done radical, and luckily I've been able to find out a way by which you can get your sprouting, your realization. Now some people who get realization have to understand certain things because as you know there are many people who have got realization. I don't know how many, I don't keep count. But what is lacking in them is surrendering. It's embarrassing to say, but it's a fact. This is the only condition of modern Sahaja Yoga, that you have to really surrender. If you start using your brain, if you start using other methods to understand Sahaja Yoga, you cannot. You must surrender. And as Islam is nothing but surrender. Islam means surrender. And if that surrender is not there, it is impossible to establish anyone in the kingdom of God. Surrender is not that you should give up your family, give up your children, or give up your houses and homes and your properties. Surrendering is here, give up your ego to begin with. and then give up your conditionings. But first thing, as I said, is surrendering. In surrendering, actually, you develop a kind of a state where I would say you become a sannyasi from within. That means nothing can dominate. What is a sannyasi? Is a person who is above everything else. Nothing can stick to him. He just looks at things and he knows what it is. He may not say. He knows everything and he doesn't do whatever is wrong. He is so detached that in that detachment only he can see what's wrong with him. He starts seeing his family people, he starts seeing other surroundings everywhere. He starts seeing what's wrong. And he does not identify with them. It's very surprising. You see, it is so clear-cut that this light definitely gives you tremendous wisdom and balance. Supposing you are walking and you can't see the road, you may fall down. But if there's little light also, you can see it. And this is what SYUK Yoga has done. It's given you very little light. That little light itself has been sufficient for you to give up so many things. So when we talk of ascent, we talk of a higher life, we have to become sannyasi like the lotus that comes out of the pond and no water can stay on that. Even the leaves of lotus, no water can stay on them. Just like that we have to become. We don't have to wear sannyasi's dresses, nothing of that. But from inside, a kind of a detached attention is there, which immediately locates the problem within you and without. And also in SYUK Yoga, you know how to overcome that. It's a very effective, efficient system. But for that again, to achieve that, you have to become Shiva within, means detached. As Shiva is completely detached, you have to be detached. And that detachment will give you the same wisdom as Shiva has. So this is the quality one has to understand. Surrendering doesn't mean outside things to be surrendered. What is there? These are all stones. What are you surrendering? Surrendering means cleansing yourself completely, getting completely detached. Detachment is the only way you can rise. Some people get sick. They make such an ado out of it. I am sick, the whole world should know I am sick, 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 sick. But if you are a SYUK yogi, you should just watch. Oh, so I am sick, alright, let's see. Just like a sport. Just watch. I am sick. So, what's happening now? The temperature is coming nicely, it's going down. You just sort of a playful, mirthful attention. So the first thing of surrendering is important to reach the state of your spirit of Shiva and Sadashiva. But the second state is that you have to now think of others. First it is, as they say in Sanskrit, is vyashti, means individual gain. You get the individual gain. And then it becomes samashti, means the collective. You have to work it out on collect. People who never even got realization, nothing of the kind, have been doing so much organization and this and that, while you have got everything. So now it is important that you should now extend this light to others.
So let's just stay quiet while I just get the picture up. We'll just continue in meditation. And we're going to reflect on some of the points that Sri Mataji made in this talk. So as it's a very good way of awakening our Kundalini more, I'm going to play 3 Mahama mantras, which I find very helpful at the beginning of a meditation. So I'll start again. So as we always try and do is fix our attention firmly and beautifully at the top of our head to help our yoga, our connection, to allow our Kundalini to flow up, and the blessings of Param Chaitanya, of the divine to flow down. So the first point that Srimataji made is what we surrender is nothing material, but it's our ego. I suppose that means that I did this and I did that and I feel this. All that I, me. And the way to do that, she suggested, and the only way to rise was through detachment. To be able to look at ourselves and look at what's happening, looking at what's happening within us and around us without getting involved with it. I think this is probably the biggest hurdle that Sahaj yogis have to face, detachment. It gets all confused with love and wanting to help your family or your loved ones, and you suffer for them, and detachment can get all mixed up with our emotional attachments or our physical ones or material ones, our jobs, our careers, talents and abilities. So really it's a step back from our surroundings and to become like Shiva, she said. So we sit like Shiva, not letting ourselves get touched by anything. And to use meditation time also to cleanse ourselves, to let the Kundalini flow freely through us, through our chakras, through the blocks that we might have and the obstacles. And allow us to go into our chakras, let them open, let them be cleansed. Because I suppose if we are detached, then nothing's going to be able to touch them or pollute them or discolor them. And the last point Srimataji made was also to be able to think of others. We look within, we do our introspection, we see how we can cleanse within. And then with a detached view, we can look at others without getting attached or reacting. So detaching ourselves from our physical environment is kind of like a first step. And you will know very well the other steps of not this, I am not these thoughts, I am not my emotions, I am not my conditionings, I am not this body. I am the spirit, my true self. So I think probably each of us has to find their own way to step back from all the things that attract us, that make us fix onto them, our daily lives, people we know, things we have to do. And now let's see where our attention's gone. Let's bring her back to the top of the head. I think one of the things that Sri Mataji mentioned, saying we should become like Shiva, is that he wasn't disturbed by anything, had all these crazy people around him, keeping about, disheveled and all kinds of people. He's tranquil. So can we practice tranquility in the face of calamity, I suppose, or just difficulties, or stress, especially if people are working and leading jobs, which can lead to stress. Travel can lead to stress. So we just need to let that Kundalini, this beautiful energy, flow through us, right from the Muladhara right up to above our heads. So let's just sit quietly, keeping our attention, checking where it is, keeping it on the top of the head in the Sahasrara, and detaching from our thoughts as much as we can. Detaching from our worries, detaching from tomorrow that doesn't exist, detaching from today which is gone, to live in this now in a detached, silent state. And as we are connected, as we are watching images on our screens, we are connected to those images, and so we are also connected to each other. Through the ethers, through the magic. And sometimes it creates wonderful vibrations to flow back to us. But we do have to constantly fix our attention in the Sahasrara. let's just continue a few more minutes with this difficult task of detaching from our ego. And this constant kind of flow to draw us into our surroundings and our daily life, our environment. And we have to sit back, step back, sit at a distance, impervious, immobile, watching in that witness state. Which can be very powerful. Because in this witness silent state we get silent and we can become really much more our true self, our inner self, our higher self, our spirit. So we just keep sitting there. I'm going to see if I can play something, this music regarding Shiva, to help us take on his qualities, let them flow through us.
जल थल नभ में मधुरस गोले ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय समायिक एक तारा जब बोले जल थल नभ में मधुरस बोले ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय जग के दुख संताप रे मानवा जब तुझको भर पाए जग के दुख संताप रे मानवा जब तुझको भर पाए मोह माया के जोते बंधन जब तुझको भर जब नामुख से बोले बोले ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय से जब तप में ही साछा सुख ले प्याले ना छल पल से बस एक पावन नाम है उसके नाम के बल से जीवन की चदरिया खोले ओ नमः शिवाय ओ नमः शिवाय ओ नमः शिवाय ओ नमः शिवाय समय कैक तारा जब बोले जल थल नभ में मधुरस बोले ओ नमः शिवाय 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 ओ नमः शिवाय
So let's keeping our attention Sastra, let's raise our kundalinis again and put ourselves in Bandhan. Okay. So let's hope we're in a nice calm state now. And we'll say goodbye, farewell, and continue with our lives. Many blessings upon you all. Thank you for joining tonight. So I'll say good night and Jai Shri Mataji.